What's going on, guys? You got your coach of the Chim Chargers here for our week 12 GBA match versus Callum, coach of Alola Athletic, in what is to be our final week of the GBA regular season. And this is our final divisional rematch versus Callum. So hopefully we can come through with the W here. Either way, we're #1 seeded right now, and we're going to be taking on the winner of the Tom versus Chase match. So hopefully we'll be able to have a good time in playoffs and try to make it to the finals and win. That is the goal right now. But in any case, we're actually playing on Showdown for this game because we had some time constraints. We were both a little bit busy, so we figured that Showdown was quicker and it would get the job done in the final week, which it is. So we did that. And anyways, looking at his team, he brings a team of Frostlass, Tyranitar, Excadrill, Shaman, Rotomwash, and a Crobat, while I bring the team from yesterday's building video. So if you haven't seen that, feel free to check it out. It gives you guys a good insight of the team that I'm bringing, the sets, and I guess the whole thought process that I had in general. Now, I pretty much expected him to bring the team that he brought this week, and like I said, I mean, he'd bring T-Tar plus Drill to combat my Rain, and Shaman plus Rotomwash to combat my Rain Sweeper. So if I were him, you know, I'd play this match where he'd probably want to try to preserve Rotomwash and Shaman so that he can have something to check my Kabutops, because my game plan going into this match is that if I'm able to weaken his team, especially his Pokemon that can check Kabutops literally just cleans up. So that's really my game plan going into this match. But looking at his other Pokemon here, he brings a Crobat, which figured that he'd bring because it's pretty solid versus my Virizion. But this time I'm actually packing Stone Edge on Virizion, so if he's able to bring that in while we click it and predict it, then that Crobat's not going to be around for too long. So hopefully we can try to nail that prediction correctly. He also has here a Frostlass, and Frostlass is a new Pokemon on his team. I think he did a free agent, gave away Sableye for Frostlass, and it's a fast spike setter, so I can expect him, or I can imagine him to want to try to set up rock spikes, pressure my team, because the way that I sort of I guess chipped away at his team last time was by setting up rocks, and he had to like switch out a lot because of how much I pressured him. He's probably going to try to do the same to me, but with extra layers of hazards. So gotta watch out for that, of course. His potential leads are going to be, like I said, the Frostlass could be a Focus Sash Spike lead with Destiny Bond. Thing about Destiny Bond this time is that in this generation, I believe the mechanic is if you're successful with Destiny Bond the first time, it cannot be used successfully the second time. So because of that, we can really play around it better. It's been nerfed, so my potential lead, or his potential lead, is going to be for either Frostlass, like I said. Could also be the T-Tar. If he wants to set up rocks with T-Tar or get up his sand early on, he might want to do that. Also, Rotomwash is a potential lead because of the fact that it has good Volt Switch momentum, able to pivot and just scout early on in the game, as well as Crobat with the same sort of intention by going for U-turn. Last time he led off a Crobat, I don't think he'd want to lead Crobat once again because he might expect me to expect that. But my potential leads, I could either lead off with Landorus because I have a Yachi Berry, and I'm not going to be O-code by anything on his team unless it's maybe like Scarf Rotomwash with like Hydro Pump. But I figured that my best lead was going to be the Magnezone, because thinking about it right now, I'm running a really I guess a sort of semi-bulky Magnezone with like the max special attack. And it is a sub leftover set, so that means that it can really deal well versus the Frostlass. It can deal well versus his other potential leads like Rotom as well as Crobat, because I don't think he'd want to stay in on my max special attack Magnezone and take a big hit from that. So expecting him to want to lead off with one of those three Pokemon, either Frostlass, Rotom, or his Crobat. Even his T-Tar, if it's slow, then Magnezone can still do a lot of damage with like Flash Cannon. So I figured that Magnezone is the best lead. My game plan, like I said, chip away at his team, sweep at the end with Kabutops. Let's see if we can accomplish this. So let's go ahead and hop into this match here, see how we do. He does lead off with the Rotomwash, which is one of his expected leads that I thought. He goes right for the Volt Switch here, as I expect this, and I expect him to want to go to Drill because that's what he did last time versus me. Always went to Drill on Magnezone, so I'm going to go for the sub here, and he has trapped himself. We got the Magnet Pull, we got the Magnet Rise. Check this out. He's going to go for the Earthquake, of course, because he's faster breaking my sub, but now I go for Magnet Rise here, and he's pretty much forced to stay in and go for the not very effective Rock Slide here. I guess try to flinch me. It could either be Rock Slide or Iron Head, but Rock Slide is only ×2, not very effective, as opposed to Iron Head. So he's actually going to be able to flinch me here, which is unfortunate because I wanted to get off another sub, which I am finally able to do here. But it just wastes a turn of my Magnet Rise, and I definitely wanted to get some nice chip damage on him with this Flash Cannon. I believe I get like, I think I get like maybe two Flash Cannons off now, but it's still able to chip him pretty well. As you can see here, Magnet Rise is still there. This Rock Slide roll is kind of weird. I was expecting it not to break. Looking at the calcs, I didn't think that it would break the second time, but he was able to get the roll here and break the sub. So I am forced to switch out as my Magnet Rise wears off. into my Landorus here, as he's going to go for the HP Ice. It's an HP Ice Excadrill, which is pretty interesting, nice and heat. But even with my Yachi Berry, like, that did 18%. I'm pretty sure without it, it would have done literally nothing. So I can set up my rocks here on his Rotom, and I just switch out here hard into my Virizion, just in case he's some sort of Choice Scarf set or something. I didn't want to stay in on with Landorus. So he actually goes for the HP Flying. I know for a fact he's HP Flying because of the damage output it did. And I can go here to Magnezone as he goes to Crobat, expecting me to, I guess, maybe stay in or something. But Magnezone's an all-around safer play because I'm able to like switch into HP Flying, plus expect his Crobat here. Now, he's going to go for the Volt Switch because, or the U-turn, forcing him out because he can't stay in on Magnezone. As I go for the Discharge here, doing a decent amount to Shaman, so I know for a fact this Shaman is probably going to be offensive, judging by that damage here, and there's no item like leftovers or anything, so I can go hard into Muck. He goes for Seed Flare, gets the crit, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at this time I'm actually packing Pursuit, so I can go for the Pursuit here and just trap the Shaman, get it down, lower some more. He goes into his Rotom Wash here, as what I can do with my Muck is, I believe I just stay in. He goes for Hydro. I can go ahead and eat up my Guava Berry. No Figgy Berry this time, and then I substitute for Figgy Berry, so I can go for the knockoff here. So I'm pretty much doing what I said I was going to do. Weaken Rotom, weaken Shaman, try to clean with Kabutops. That's exactly what I'm doing here. So we were able to knock off his leftovers and then switch into our Virizion. As he goes for the Volt Switch here, expecting maybe a switch or something like that along those lines. But now he's actually going to go to Crobat on that Volt Switch from Virizion, then get off a Defog as I go to Magnezone. So he's able to get rid of these rocks, which, I mean, this is perfectly fine. I've chipped down his team a lot as it is. He's going to go for the U-turn here. Doesn't really have a safe switch, and as you can see, he goes to Rotom Wash here, as what I do is go right for the sub, and now he's forced, I think, to attack me, but I don't think that was a really solid move there because of the fact that now Rotom's getting weakened. I think maybe, I don't know what drill was at that point in time, but I'm able to get off some good damage here, and now that Rotom and that Shaman are both in range of a rain boosted waterfall, so it's looking like I'm able to clean up late game right now. So I'm going to go to Virizion here, which is a safe sort of pivot out from Magnezone, since I didn't really want to sack that yet. I'm going to go here into my Muck as he's actually going to set up a Spike. So right now he's going to try to get these layers up. He's going to try to pressure me with these hazards. So what I'm going to do is go for the Pursuit, just in case he wanted to switch out. I get disabled with the Curse Body, so expecting the Destiny Bond to come out here, I'm actually going to go for the Poison Jab, which I know he's going to live. And now that he used Destiny Bond, it's actually going to fail the next time. So I'm going to go here for a knockoff on this Tyranitar, expecting him to want to switch out or either stay in and attack me or something, or to get up another layer of Spike. So he goes to T-Tar. We knock off his Chople Berry, which is cool. He goes for the Thunder Punch, I think maybe expecting me to go into my Pelipper, as I can go right for the Brick Break here and get off some big damage. And now I know for a fact he's probably going to want to just stay in and attack because he saw me just stay in and attack him. So I can expect him to go for the Earthquake here, as I predict that, go right into my Landorus. And now what I can do, I can just go for a U-turn here easily because I know for a fact he might have some sort of ice coverage, maybe Ice Beam or Stealth Rocks. I don't want him to get up either one of those, so I'm going to go for the U-turn into my Pelipper, get up the Rain, and it is about that time. As he goes into Frostlass, he doubles into Drill, as I can go right here for a switch into my Virizion, which is pretty interesting because I just wanted to sack it off here, but he is now forced out from Virizion into Crobat. I predict I go for the Stone Edge, and unfortunately I miss, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it's the thought that counts, I guess. It's the whole play that counts, but I can go for, or he goes for the U-turn here, as he's able to knock out my Virizion. So now I can go here into my Kabutops, and it's about that time because I can hit him up with a Waterfall here. He's going to switch out into his own Rotom, which of course will get knocked out. Easy knockout here from Waterfall because of the Rain boosted, plus the Mystic Water. I'm a Mystic Water set with Adamant Nature, so I can go ahead here, go right for the Aqua Jet just in case of Curse Body trying to disable my my Waterfall. So I go for the Aqua Jet to knock that out. Then I can hit this this nice Drill up with a Waterfall, knock this out. And now Crobat's coming out here. We can go ahead and hit Crobat up with the Waterfall, knock that out. So back to back to back Pokemon just falling to the unstoppable Kabutops. Last is the Shaman. So what I can do here is just go ahead, make a switch out here into my Pelipper, as he actually goes for the Hidden Power. Not really sure what that is. It's a crit though, but interesting enough, I can just, or he goes for the Seed Flare, knocking me out. And then what I can do here is go right back into Kabutops, which is going to be able to knock out this Shaman with a Waterfall, and that is going to be GG. It's Emvee. We are now 10-2, ending off the season stronger than last season. Last season was 9-3, I believe, so we were able to beat our previous record, which I'm pretty happy about. And a good game to Callum, by the way. He did pretty well for his first time in the GBA. I mean, versus us, like, you can't blame him. The matchup is horrible for him. He has Sand, we have Rain. We have Rain Sweeper, that's Kabu tops, which destroys his like entire team, and like a Landorus as a Sand check. So I feel like it just, even if he played more immaculately, it wouldn't really have changed anything, just because of the matchup itself. Matchup is so heavily you know, influencing the game. So with that in mind, I feel like, you know, just, you know, Callum can definitely do better next season, I feel, because I think the first time is always sort of a learning curve, and with like the whole counter team format and stuff. So yeah, definitely a good game to him. We can talk about playoffs for a little bit. Playoffs, round 1 we're going to be facing either Tom or Chase, and then round 2, if we're able to win, then round 2 we can face either Gym Leader Gio or John, the winner of that other match. And then finals, I'm expecting maybe to face, like, I definitely want to see if we can face Chimp. That's going to be a fun finals. You already know both of us are going to be scheming together, whipping up some squads, some heat squads, and it's going to be a very entertaining match. So I'm really hoping that we can do that. I'm really just hoping that we can come through this time around, and I feel like if we work hard, we can do that. So that's just something for you all to consider there. But hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think, of course. Looking forward to hearing from you all as always. Chim Chargers ending off the regular season strong, #1. We're coming through. GG, it is Emvee, and yeah, hopefully we can see if we can stun or die, or stunt but not die. Let's see if we can stun but not die in the playoffs. So I'll see you guys then, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.